So this month we're talking about raising children, and it's a subject I'm excited about. I'm also apprehensive about it because it is complex. There's no absolutes in it. Environment, finances, culture, race. There's all these elements that come into how we raise our children. So as excited as I am, I'm conscious that I'm going to need to be present through the course of this conversation and think about what I'm saying. It's not a conversation where I want to be saying things that I'm not fully behind. I am a sibling. I grew up in a house with an older brother, an older sister and a younger sister, so I'm a middle child. The way that's affected how I parent is, I think as a middle child, you naturally have a mediator kind of personality. So I choose to be very loving with my children. I choose to be explicit in the love that I have for them. So I tell them I love them, I hug them. They're still climbing into my bed at nearly 17 and 18, and we talk a lot. I communicate with them a lot, spend as much time as I can with them. They are the people that I spend most of my time with, and they are my priority. And from pregnancy to now, it's been that way, even when there's been hard times. I think what I'd like to pass down to the next generation is the importance of spiritual practice, the importance of knowing self, having a firm foundation, a strong core. There's so many wonderful things in these times that we live in, and opportunities out there with technology and travel and the ability to make money and those kind of things. But there's also a lot of distractions. So I think it's important to really know who you are, why you think the way you do, why you move the way you do, what is your moral compass, what are your boundaries, what are your authentic likes, dislikes, because in this information age, it's very easy to be swayed if you don't have a strong sense of self. And then the last question is about boundary settings. How do you boundary set and find that balance? And I think for me, I have a Caribbean background and upbringing, and that provided structure. You know, it's quite clear how you are supposed to behave, showing respect to elders, not running off your mouth, doing as you're told in accordance with kind of the household. But also there's a lot of love, a lot of fun, music, food. For me, that was the balance growing up. There was a lot of fun, but there was also a lot of boundaries and discipline. And something that I realised I valued a lot was that my mom was my mom. And I had peers that didn't have that kind of relationship with their parents or their mom. And they expressed that to me. I still will go to mom as a first port of call, especially in my 20s. I don't seek guidance outside of that, really. And obviously, as a third sibling, I had older siblings that I could also speak to. And I've got a cousin as well who's the same age as me, and we grew up side by side, and he's a great source of advice and guidance as well as a parent, because he was a parent before me. And I don't know if he knows this, but he's given me a lot of great advice over the years that I've moved in accordance with, because I trust him and I know he's got my best interest and my daughter's best interest at heart. And if he's telling me something, it's because he cares and he wants the best for us. So I think in terms of boundary setting, I pretty much am a lot like the way I was raised. It's very clear what is expected of my children. You know, they are expected to be responsible for themselves. They're expected to show respect to their elders and respect to one another. Because they did some fight training when they were younger, they knew they weren't to physically fight each other. They're not to use inappropriate language around me or in this house. The consequences are swift and clear. You know, they get things taken off them, or they get grounded, or, you know, when they were younger, they get sent to bed, that kind of thing. You know, they have always been aware and clear of what the expectations and the boundaries are. But alongside that, we have a lot of fun. We laugh and joke together. We dance and we sing together. And I think that's what's really at the root of it all, and the most important thing is love. Children thrive in love, in a loving environment, and they need to know that they are loved and they are adored and that they are worthy and that they are special and valued and unique, and who they are is who they're supposed to be. And I have done my best to instill that in my children. So I look forward to this deep conversation that we're about to have. I believe it will be the first of many, because it's not a simple subject, and I'm not gonna for one moment sit there and act like I know everything, because I don't. Times have changed, times are changing, we're all adapting, we're all growing. I'm not the same as I was when they were born. When I had my first daughter 18 years ago, I'm 18 years older. So, yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I am some kind of authority. But equally, I am experienced in it. I feel I've done a great job. I'm very proud of my girls. Wherever they go, they receive praise throughout their education and any other activities that they've done. And within the family, you know, they are loved and they are adored and they are successful in themselves in terms of being what I see as great people. So there is some value in what I have to say. So I'll see you then.